So going into this, we were talking about it before this matchup that, you know, Ronicky specifically, we talked a lot about Ronicky, and he's sitting at the top of the statistics in a lot of categories. Almost all of them. I mean, it's between usually him and Freaky that are fighting for like the top categories in every statistical sense. Shooting percentage, I think, is the only thing that Bluey has over Ronicky, but he scored the most goals out of any player this season, and the guy right behind him, well, it's Speed. He has scored. What's the league average for goals scored? It's like 17 or something like that. He scored 30.
I'm dropping stuff all over the place.
He scored like 30 something. So the guy scores a lot of goals. That's the point I'm trying to get across here. And for the Copenhagen Flames, they haven't scored a lot of goals at all. Ronicky is responsible for the amount of goals the Copenhagen Flames have scored, period.
Yeah, and you were talking about Copenhagen Flames not scoring a ton of goals. They're averaging, as a team, about 1.7 goals per game, and you're looking at Red Reserve all the way up near 3. So you are going to need to see a ton of shots from Copenhagen Flames if they want to win this match.
Ronicky, he met Frizz there, and Frizz has to give up on that one. Speed, he's going to try to as well. Ronicky looking for Tadpole. Tadpole puts it in for Red Reserve. They strike early.
Oh my goodness, look at Tadpole going all the way up the field, having the confidence from Ronicky to put this ball perfectly in position for him, and he puts that shot where no defender can reach it, right under the crossbar, and we have an early goal from Red Reserve.
28 seconds is all it took. And the Copenhagen Flames, they had a couple of games against Method earlier today that were just, you had to wonder what was going on defensively. And so for the Flames, we've talked about it enough at this point, but just as one more mention is Red Reserve almost puts another one on the net. But Shakaron would love nothing more than to end Red Reserve's chances at promotion tournament.
Not only that, but just get a win this season. Nobody wants to go 0-7, and what better way to go out? Yeah, you might finish with only one win, but hey, you took one team out of top 2 contention.
There has not been an 0-7 team in the European Rival Series to date. They would be the first, so you definitely do not want that on your record. And Frizz able to play this away. Tadpole has a free shot at the ball, was challenged. So not as free as you might have expected. Ronicky puts it on target. No one's getting to that one. He picks up a goal.
And there is a reason that he is leading the league in goals, his 31st of the season. He is way too quick. He's going to put a ton of shots, and if you do not contest him, he's hitting that open target.
And so Red Reserve, they start off the way they want to. That's strong. Didris trying to flip it over. Frizz in support. Can the Flames get something consistent going on the offensive half of the field? A big miss allows Frizz to put it home for the Flames.
The defender has to respect Shakaron right here. What he doesn't realize is Shaq has no boost left. So Ronicky misses that rebound, and Frizz just has to put it on target. He does so perfectly, and we have a ball game. Do we have a Game 5 series on our hands, Jorby?
I'm telling you, Red Reserve finds a way to make the game as interesting as possible for as long as possible before they finally win and say, see, we got you. And I'm sure that they don't like doing that. And they would love to end this in a 3-0 fashion and not make themselves sweat. But we're all sweaty boys out here in some form or fashion, Subi. That's the side. Tadpole able to hit it out downfield. Shakaron able to throw it out back to midfield. So the Flames, defensive struggles aside, doing well here, keeping it out of the net, but they have to clear it, and there's a big clear from Shakaron, and Speed is back.
And that's exactly what we need to see from the Copenhagen Flames. Keep your eye on that back wall. If they can hit those rebounds and clear the ball away, I really think they can hang with Red Reserve, but if they miss their clears off the back wall, it leaves that net wide open.
That's been a question for the Copenhagen Flames, is that defense on the backboard that's so crucial in Rocket League at this level. Right now it is defended. They are catching those rebounds. Ronicky giving way for Tadpole as he moves down the field for Red Reserve. Just missing with 2 minutes left to go. Still plenty of time for the Flames to get back into it. Getting back to it was Didris. Frizz is going to keep it here. Frizz shot on target saved by Tadpole. too far off the ball. Red Reserve, well, they just let him clear it away.
Yeah, right there, you've got to have someone pressuring that ball. You've heard me talk about it all season long. I don't care the amount of boost you have in your tank. If you all three are rotating back, you're going to get scored on in an open net miss by Tadpole, but no harm, no foul. They still hold the lead with 1.5 minutes to go.
Shakarran back towards midfield. Quickly up for it is Frizz, winning that challenge in midfield. But again, double commit by Red Reserve does send it downfield.
Oh, nice touch.
Frizz, excuse me, gets a nice touch. Looking for Shaq again. Tadpole able to clear it back to midfield. A good challenge, but Ronicky comes up with it. Red Reserve almost striking was Ronicky. Is tapped away for now. Shaq can't get back to that ball, so the Copenhagen Flames put back on defense here a little bit. Demo might stymie things a little further. Calculated for Didris. Back to Frizz to clear it away.
I like that. And so far we've seen Shakarran, he's running out of boost a few times. And for them to win, he's got to be able to feather that boost a little bit better. Got to conserve it because Red Reserve is looking to boost steal every time they're going down in offense.
Shakarran off the backboard. Who's got the follow-up? Well, Red Reserve is there on the defense. The Flames respect it and they stay on offense. Didris just missing. Frizz trying to throw something towards the box. It's cleared away by Tadpole, and Red Reserve have hung on to this 1-goal lead. They only have to do it for 15 more seconds, but the Flames looking, can't find it. Frizz, the pitch isn't gonna be there. Cleared away, a shot on target from Didris. Back to Frizz. Can they move downfield onto this? No, it's shut down in the midfield by Red Reserve. They kill it, and they hang on.
That was a very good decision right there at the very end of the game to just power that ball down to the floor and let the time expire. Really well played from Red Reserve, but Copenhagen Flames had the pressure on in the offensive zone a ton in this match. It just seemed like right when they had the ability to score, they all three just kind of like bailed out to go get boosts. The pressure was just instantly relieved.
Well, and that kind of lends to what I was about to say, is that they're not getting any quality shots on target. And if you're not getting quality shots on target, you're not pulling people out of net, you're not forcing people up, you're not forcing the defense to use their boost, you're not putting on real pressure. So that's something that they definitely have to do moving forward. And playing so far off the ball, it's hard to tell in the moment when the viewers at home are watching. It's like, well, why are they playing so far off the ball? Do they not have boost? It's difficult to gauge when you're in the heat like that, and it's hard to see who's grabbing those midfield boosts. So if they're playing far off, you have to kind of assume that, well, they probably don't have the boost to keep the pressure up. So they have to find a way to win the on-field battle of the boosts. That's really what Rocket League comes down to, is who's got more boost in the tank to keep that offensive pressure going. So for Red Reserve, I mean, you just held on to that lead for the entirety of the game. I mean, they scored 2 quick goals, and then that was all they really needed. And this is coming from the highest flying offense in the European Rival Series. And Copenhagen Flames held them to 2 goals. If you can find that offensive pressure, you can win this series.
And one thing that I have noticed the entire season watching the Copenhagen Flames is their positioning is just really sporadic. At times it's great, and that's a shot from Shakarran just off target. They would have loved to open up in the first 10 seconds with a goal.
And that shot's on, off the crossbar. Tadpole comes in to follow up. That's off the crossbar. Cleared away, Frizz. It's a 2-on-1 and cleared away. Good challenge there. Tadpole couldn't catch it in midfield. Shaq coming back to it, defended well, and forced back his Frizz. Tadpole read that well and gonna keep it at least close, but it does get boomed away by Didris.
Yeah, unfortunately though, that's a dangerous touch. Shakarran does get that to the corner, but Tadpole, I'm loving the pressure that we're seeing from him today so far. He's putting himself in the #1 spot to just pepper the net with shots right now, to get a defender to go up in the air, and that is an open net, and that is a whoopsie-daisy from Red Reserve.
Yeah, Speed trying to throw that on, and everyone was still retreating back, and whew, well, you take those if you're the Copenhagen Flames. Red Reserve, you got to be careful, because you give Copenhagen Flames an inch, they will score on you. They were able to do it against Method in a few of those games, but hey, this is Red Reserve's games to lose right now, or the series to lose, excuse me. As far as game 2 goes, well, Copenhagen Flames are in the driver's seat.
Well, and Copenhagen Flames have proven they're a game 2 type of team. They will drop the first game and then come out and just show a brand new style of play that completely throws their opponents off track. And look at that pass. Ronicky back to Tadpole, but Tadpole didn't have the boost to be able to challenge that.
Shaq met by Ronicky. Ronicky has the ball there on target, and he got there quickly. Tie game for Red Reserve.
Ooh, that's a poke directly to the corner. You see him challenge that, gets the boost at mid, so he knows he doesn't have to rotate back. Didris can't get there in time. Ronicky, there is a reason that he's leading in shots and goals this season. He is a freak of nature.
Picking up his second goal of the series. Frizz off the kickoff. Met by Ronicky immediately. Didris able to pull that ball away. Speed. Get something going for Red Reserve. Tadpole just missing the mark. Ronicky follows up, tries to stay with it. He does get it over to the corner. Tadpole around the defense of the Copenhagen Flames, but Didris does come up with it. Ronicky just chasing this ball down, trying to force that pressure. Tadpole off the crossbar, just missing the shot. Ronicky, that's over the top corner, saved by Frizz. Copenhagen Flames under assault right now against Red Reserve. Ronicky, shot on target, saved by Didris. Speed's gonna keep it up. There's Tadpole, undercuts the ball, just misses.
Red Reserve really just displaying their speed right now. Not only the player on their team, but just overall the ability to get the ball quicker than the defense right now.
Shakaran back to Frizz, met by Speed. Speed stays with it, beats the entire defense, gets the block as well. Shaq has to challenge Ronicky for this play, and the Flames put back on defense again. Tadpole trying to force it through, and a light double commit, but Red Reserve are still in control here on this sequence with less than 2 minutes to go.
Copenhagen Flames really, that's
what a pass.
Dangerous pass. Copenhagen Flames keep bunching up in the corner, and they have 2 members in the corner, 1 at the close post. They should back that close post man back to that back post to spread the field out and give themselves the ability to cover the entirety of the net.
Well, Red Reserve trying to move downfield. Flames defense has improved a lot since the Method series. After allowing the most goals that they've allowed all season in a single series, well, they're playing much better on the defensive end of the field. Still more could be said about the offense as they are continuing to try to pressure this orange half. And Red Reserve are not letting them right now. Big demo, Ronicky booming it downfield, but Didris has it defended. Ronicky looking for Tadpole. Tadpole off the post! That's the 3rd time he's at the post of the crossbar. Tadpole unfortunately cannot find that goal that puts them back in the lead. Really, all members of Red Reserve have hit the crossbar.
You keep giving him the opportunities, though, and I guarantee you he's going to start burying those. He is just starting to find his mark. The shots are getting closer and closer, and that whip throws Shakaran off. Has to use a lot of boost to get up there to clear that to the corner.
Rolling off the ceiling, just missing. 20 seconds to go. The Flames looking to take the lead here. Can they do it? Bounced off, and Didris tried to take it away. Frizz, he misses it. That could be dangerous. Oh, he gets back to it. Able to touch it up. Big bump and another save. Comes in. Shakaran. They move downfield. The pass is there, but blocked by Speed. And Red Reserve somehow come away with nothing, and then they defend. We have overtime.
Oh my goodness. 13 shots to 3 so far. Copenhagen Flames have had barely any time on offense, but look at the shot and pass over to Didris.
Double commit. It was a double commit by Red Reserve, but Shaq ended up hitting it right into Speed. It goes in, and Red Reserve go up 2-0 in the series.
Gets that ball on the top of his car, and it's game over. Just has to flick it over the last defender, and Frizz can't get up in time. 2-0 for Red Reserve right now. Just 1 win away from getting top 2 in the European division of the Rival Series.
This is exactly what they wanted to do, what they needed to do. Just roll right on through. Put it at match point in game number 3. This is the best position that they can absolutely be in to go to the promotion tournament. And obviously, it was off of the Fields backflip, man.
That's
because he would have had that save. It was a shot, but you know he would have been able to at least touch the ball. So, look, here's the thing. It's gonna be tough for the Copenhagen Flames, Subi. It's gonna be tough. You give it to me.
It's gonna be very tough. Not only are they looking at one of the best teams in the league, but they're looking at trying to reverse sweep one of the best teams in the league. And we haven't had many of those this season. I think it's less than 3. I can confidently say that, less than 3. We'll go with that for our math. But it's going to be hard for them. For them to get this win, they really have to focus on communication because we've seen tons of double commits. Need to work on their positioning because right now they're getting picked apart on offense and defense. While they are sticking in there and bringing these to close games, they're not able to finish through and finish strong because they have no offensive presence. There's no shots. You can't win without putting goals in the back of the net. And for that to happen, you've got to increase the amount of shots that you're putting on the board.
This is it for Red Reserve. They win one more game, and they're headed to the promotion tournament. The expectations of this team starting off the season were sky high and trying to meet it right here. Popping it up, trying to move away, but Chakaron's in midfield, low against the backboard, and turned away.
And then look what the amount of shots is doing to Red Reserve. It's making them double commit. It's making them panic. They realize how much is on the line right now. They realize the implications of this match. If they win this match, this could forever change all of their lives.
Oh, that shot's on target. They're going to get a free goal off of it for Ronicky. Who else to score the first goal of Game 3?
And they are proving why they're one of the best. They weather the storm, and then they break out free, and there's no one back on defense. All it takes them is 40 seconds. They have the lead, they hang on, they're going to the promotion tournament.
And so the Flames looking to fight back. Off the side, Chakaron trying to get things started off the backboard. It is met by Ronicky. Ronicky chasing this ball down, flips it around. Now Tadpole, does he do it himself? No, it is turned away. Now, Frizz back to Shaq. Frizz still waiting for this. Nobody comes up with this ball, and Red Reserve are going to be able to clear it away.
Ooh, they lucked out there. That should have been capitalized upon.
Ronicky gives it away to Frizz. Frizz to Dittress! Tie game!
That's what they need to do right there. Look at this infield passing play. Top of the box, this pass goes laterally, no defender in sight. Didris has all day to scope out where he wants to put that shot and decides to go back left post under the defender. Tie ball game. You know Chaperone wants to take this team down.
He's been trying, but Red Reserve kind of just firing right back saying, hey, if you want to beat us, well, look, it's not going to happen right there. Pass defended by Didris. Met by Chakaron. Tadpole just missing. Teeing it up for speed, but defended by Didris, followed up by Frizz. Didris tried to catch it too far out, forcing Chakaron up, but he does get it off to the side. Red Reserve, shot on target off the crossbar. And out, Didris gonna clear it away.
He's gonna hit one of them, I guarantee it. You keep giving him that chance, he's gonna find it. Here's another pass, look at that. But unfortunately, Ronicky with the hard angle couldn't quite get the touch.
Frizz, low off the back wall. Ronicky finding speed flipping it over. Oh, no, it doesn't go in. He tried to get it in traffic, but he hits the post. Tadpole up high here against the ceiling. Didris gonna try to carry this out, but it's met in midfield by Red Reserve. Ronicky back to speed, back to Ronicky. Looking, it's gonna have to be Tadpole, but it's defended and knocked away here by the Copenhagen Flames. Frizz met against the back wall. Shaq came flying in for this ball. Didris following up. Back to Frizz. Frizz low against the backboard. And again, cleared away by Red Reserve. The Flames looking for that goal that puts them in the lead here in game number 3. To try to force game 4. To try to make Red Reserve sweat at least a little bit. Flying in is Frizz to get the clear.
Yeah, good clear using your own back wall, and look at that shot.
What a shot.
Tadpole again off the crossbar, but Speed is not done keeping that pressure on, and look at a bunched up play from Copenhagen Flames. Bye-bye, see you later.
Didris gonna take it from midfield. Met immediately by Speed. Red Reserve so good at just clearing this ball completely out of their own half, forcing the Flames to try to make something else work. Tadpole in the corner, looking for Speed. Speed flipping it over. Shaq has to make the save, and he does. And now Frizz. The Flames trying to poke a hole into this defense where there have not been many. Low against the back wall, Tadpole. He gives way for the Flames. Shakaran now looking for Didris, but he found nobody, and it gets thrown back. Less than a minute left to go. Ronicky against the corner. Ronicky, one other touch could do it. No, he cannot get back to it. Speed now over one. Speed off the backboard, defended by Didris, and he booms it back downfield.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's just the trading of the boomers right now. Rolling it and defended again by Frizz. The Flames, well, they've been playing great defense, but eventually it's gonna crack, and the double commit, that's their chance. It's a breakaway opportunity. Here is Didris, he's gone.
Good heads-up play there from Ronicky, knowing that Didris had to get that boost pad in the corner, was able to cut that angle almost in half, catch up to him, and take him off the field.
Up high off the backboard, shoots, and it's saved! Didris with the follow-up to keep it back to midfield. 5 seconds left.
What?
Oh, Speed, he's got one beat, but Shakaran is there. Ronicky blocked by Shakaran again. Flying up for this. Red Reserve want this goal so badly, they don't get it.
Tadpole was sitting at the top of the box, licking his chops, saying, "I'm wide open, Ronicky hit me," and he couldn't quite find that angle. And alas, we go into overtime, game number 3. If Red Reserve score right now, they're moving on. They are top 2.
They are going to the promotion tournament. It starts with Ronicky in the corner. Ronicky trying to force his way through. Didris in the nick of time gets there. You say in the nick of time. Tadpole trying to slow things down on the offensive half. Popping it up here in midfield. Didris low against the back wall, defended by Tadpole. Shakaran in midfield. The Flames, can they force a game 4? Can they have a hope? Can they have a chance of ruining Red Reserve's dreams of going to the promotion tournament? Well, they got something to say about it. There's Tadpole, low against Frizz, met by Shakaran. And it is just, no one is finding consistent control right now in this overtime. Speed all across the backboard, met, tapped up, and Didris gets the clear.
And you're seeing very hesitant play right now from Copenhagen Flames, realizing that they are one goal away from making history, and not in the best way possible. They lose this game, they finish the season 0-7. They do not want to give up that last second goal in overtime.
Shakaran low against the back wall. Speed meets it. Back to Tadpole, looking for Speed. Met by Shakaran, but the ball still in Red Reserve's favor. Shot on target. Tadpole scores the game-winning goal for Red Reserve. They're going to the promotion tournament.
I told you, stop giving him opportunities, and they couldn't do it. He finally finds his mark, and in the perfect time possible, he wins it for his team, completely sweeping the Flames off the map.